Daisy came to us from an educational farm where children could go and learn to milk cows. She had had multiple babies before. Each time she developed mastitis, a painful condition. It made giving milk uncomfortable and difficult. So because she was not a cow that could easily produce milk, they were going to send her to slaughter. Her caregiver, who had grown very attached to her, had reached out to us because he did not want Daisy to go to slaughter. We were lucky enough to be able to have her come join our family here. Daisy's a lot of fun. She has a very rambunctious personality. She's especially fond of playing and does prefer men. She's quite the flirt here. Her favorite thing is to hang out with friends and eat bananas. That would probably be what makes her the happiest.
The dairy industry spends a lot of money to create this perception that the cows whose product people buy are living these really beautiful lives in these green pastures with lots of room. It's just not true. It's marketing. These animals are kept inside often their whole lives. They're not able to engage in any sort of natural behaviors. They often live on concrete floors, which is highly unnatural. It's not good for them. It's just a very sort of dark, depressing view.
When cows come to the sanctuary, actually when any animals come to the sanctuary, they're often scared. They don't trust people, so we take the time to develop a relationship with them. They build trust. They know where their meals are coming from. They know that they're not going to be forced to do anything that they don't want to do. They get to graze all day in the sunshine, in the pasture, and sleep in a warm barn at night.
Everything about how cows live when they're kept in production facilities is totally unnatural. They're impregnated repeatedly, so they'll give birth repeatedly, so they'll keep producing milk. They don't reproduce how they would in nature. Instead, a human essentially takes an instrument and inserts it into the cow and inseminates her that way. It's not pleasant for the cow. It's done in a way that's probably very scary and uncomfortable, and it happens over and over and over during her life. I mean, imagine, for all the moms out there, imagine what that would feel like, how your soul would just give up. The babies have to be taken from their moms so that they don't drink the milk, so that instead the milk can be sold to humans. So then the question becomes, well, what happens to the baby cows? And the veal industry actually sprung up to create a product that farmers could sell to humans to make more money. These little baby cows are taken from their mamas and they're kept in these little tiny hutches with chains around their neck that prevent them from moving around because we humans have concocted this belief that their meat is more tender and more of a delicacy. There's an enormous amount of suffering that goes on the periphery, kind of behind the scenes.
I don't know how to meet a cow and not fall in love. They're beautiful, they're intelligent, they're a lot of fun. They love their family unconditionally. They have such beautiful personalities. They're protective of one another.
The bonds that a mother and baby cow have are so similar to a bond that a human mother and baby would have, and a separation of mother and baby is just as traumatic. If you've ever heard audio of the sound when that separation happens, it breaks your heart.
Daisy does not like to be alone. She's definitely a people cow and a cow's cow. She does think she's a giant dog, and she doesn't realize how big she is. She's very aware of how beautiful she is.
We're taught that it's a normal thing to drink cow's milk, when really there's no need. And there's so many awesome alternatives on the market today, from almond milk to hemp milk and oat milk. There really are some wonderful ways to avoid the impact that drinking milk has on these animals.
When we have public tours, they become ambassadors for other cows that are still in dairies because we're able to share their story and people can relate to them on a personal level and see them for the individuals that they are and make a connection with them. I love you. Mwah.